Hello students, welcome back to the first SEM English language course. I am Dr. Vidya Patil and I am going to be the teacher for the first SEM English language course. In the previous video, we have discussed about the difference between hearing and listening. In today's video, we will be discussing about the benefits of listening. Now, you must be wondering as to what could possibly be the benefits of listening, which is quite a natural process. But actually, we should realize that listening is not a natural or a voluntary process, but something which we do actively and consciously. Listening is a process where we focus our attention on the sounds which we are receiving and try to analyze and interpret them. Before the advent of writing, all the information, knowledge used to be transferred from one generation to the other only through telling and showing. That is, by narrating various bits of knowledge or stories which used to be heard and then retained in the memory and then transferred to the next generation. That is how stories, folk tales, songs were transferred from one generation to the other. It was this active and attentive listening which could help human race to gain more and more knowledge and to pass on this knowledge from one generation to another. But now with the advent of technology, we have not really been able to make use of listening, or we don't feel the necessity of listening. But it is a very important skill which we need to learn and master. So, in today's video, we will now try and understand what are the various benefits of learning this skill of listening. Listening is a skill which helps us to become more compassionate and patient. Generally, human beings tend to be quite self-absorbed, but the listening skill takes us away from this self-interest and connects us with the world around us. When we listen, we develop new perspectives, new points of view, and new insights. Therefore, learning to listen actively and competently is a great asset and can benefit us in many different ways. Listening is defined as a skill in which we can receive sounds through ears and then transform them into meaningful messages. In simple words, it can be said that listening is the process of hearing and interpreting the meaning of the sounds, words, sentences which are spoken by the speaker during a conversation. One of the most important benefits, especially for students, is that learning effective listening skills. That is, when you learn to listen attentively, it helps you become a better student. When you are sitting in the classroom and listening to your teachers, paying attention to them, focusing on the message which they are transferring to you, helps you to understand these messages or this information and helps you take better notes so that you are able to analyze and interpret this message or information in the right manner. When you listen attentively, you are able to understand all the claims which are being made by the teacher or all the information which is being conveyed. Not only this, the student will also be able to analyze and interpret the various nuances in the message which is being given by the teacher. When you listen attentively, you don't miss out on any particular information and you are able to understand or get all the points which have been conveyed by the teacher or the instructor. Another important benefit of attentive or active listening is that it helps you become a better friend. Generally, when people are expressing their thoughts or experiences to someone else and find that the listener is listening to them very attentively and giving the right kind of feedback, then the speaker feels that the other person is quite interested in him and is his well-wisher. An attentive listener will listen attentively but will not pass judgments or try to give advice or criticize the speaker. So, this creates a very favorable impression of the listener. Therefore, if you are a good listener, then you will have many friends. When you listen attentively to others, you are generally perceived as a very intelligent person because you are curious to learn about new things and new information. Generally, when you understand the meanings of what is being said to you and you pay attention to every single information which is being conveyed to you, then you gain a lot of knowledge and information. This leads to you becoming a much more knowledgeable and thoughtful person. Another important benefit of active listening is that it makes you more empathetic. When you learn to listen attentively to others, you naturally develop the quality of empathy. Empathy is nothing but the ability to show concern towards the feelings of others. So, when you listen attentively to others without passing any judgments, without interrupting them, and without hearing them out completely before trying to advise them, then you develop this special quality of empathy. This not only endears you to the other people, but they also learn to trust you and you can develop good relationships with others. Therefore, active listening helps you to become more empathetic by nature. Another important benefit of active listening is that it enhances your productive capability. When you listen attentively to the instructions which are being given to you, then it helps you carry out the work assigned to you very efficiently. Therefore, it is very necessary that you learn the art of attentive listening. Listening attentively helps you to perform your work perfectly. Very briefly, we can say that some of the advantages of good or attentive listening are that it helps to improve our communication skills. It develops a positive attitude amongst us. It helps us to acquire valuable information. It assists us in solving various problems. And most importantly, it helps to improve our efficiency. So, we have now seen how listening helps us to become more human. It makes us empathetic, compassionate. It helps us communicate more effectively and develop better relationships with people. It helps us to connect with the world around us and it also helps us in performing our responsibilities more efficiently. In today's video, we have understood about the various benefits of listening attentively. I hope you liked this video. Thank you.